Welcome, welcome. We are back with Dungeons. Still working on slightly more random path that we were going down, and adding some burn to some cards that is out of your deck. So it's going to keep making monsters more dangerous until we lose.
Oh, don't worry. I'll help you lose today. Don't. It's promised.
Perfect. Good job. Awesome. Joining us today, we've got Coyote,
Hi.
we've got Zero Gamer,
Hello.
and we've got Will, my coach. This is
I'm
actually
the healer this time. I said I'm the healer this time.
you are the healer. This is like the Betrayal Legacy.
This is true.
This is Coyote's first time playing. I went over and did a kind of a rules over for him started, so we should be able to much jump right into it. Coyote's going guard, I'm going fighter. You got trusty cleric. So
You
what are
bet.
these targeting? The last player to damage it? It's just whoever hit it last. I got some additional actiony stuff. I could start us off, unless you want me to be kind of our tank, I guess. Me and got a healer. What do we got to worry about health? Why don't everybody else go, and then I can bring up. I can start tanking some damage.
Oh, I'm all right. Well, I don't have much to do, so I'll just throw a knife at the what is this? A goblin. I did take the thing where it says draw an additional card from knife throw, so I'll draw 2 cards.
Will, what you got?
Well, most of what I can do is healing. We can do some damage. It looks like we're taking the goblin mostly with physical, so I'm going to throw out some mental stuff. Let's do a solid 4 mental to our slime, because nobody wants to get poison counters of lashback.
Alrighty, what you got, Coyote? What you
So I can use this
Mhm.
card. But which of these does deal 1, 2, 3 physical poison
Oh,
damage?
I'm
How
so
is that
sorry.
chosen?
I forgot to explain this to you. During the 3 acts, we do the leveling up, the kind of big level up. At the point in time, you start doing the next one up. So right now, you'll have a lot of cards in your hand that say, one number, other number. They all read as the first number right now, and then in Act 2, they'll all read as that second number, and then in Act 3 and the boss battle, they'll all. So this is going to do 1 physical poison damage, and then all enemies take damage. Right now, it's just
Excellent. So I feel like I should do 1 poison damage to. Well, this is gonna die
well, it has
because
16.
it
It
does it.
has 14 health. It's gonna take a while. I mean, it will die in a turn to go from
Oh,
one.
I thought it was. Oh yeah, because
Yeah, it's
it
gonna
does
do
that.
1, and then it will do 6.
I'll throw this on it still because that'll stop it from doing damage.
Right. If we can kill it before it deals 4 ranged damage, so you do that, and then it takes a damage. So it goes from down to 13, and you're gonna take some 12, so you take 3 damage.
2 damage because of this and my skill.
Oh, you could kill. That's right. You have the.
And I assume this is my red cube, so I'm down to 11.
Hmm?
Wonderful. And
Um.
this goes discard somewhere
Yep.
over here.
And then I'm gonna do
Thank you.
this and this. I'm gonna do a quick slash, dealing damage, and an additional action. Chill him, a little bit less damage to me, and then deal 2, however, because those are both physical.
Only 5 because you chilled 1.
That was smart.
Mhm.
Alrighty, there we go.
Hmm.
We did our first turn. Now they do their bad thing. Where that dice fighting on Coyote? There it is. Oh, shucksy doodle. So I take just 1 physical damage from this goblin. Ouch.
And everybody takes 2 ranged poison damage.
Ouch.
That's a lot.
Is a lot. I told you I made everything more scary. And then cleanup happens. So we take that 2 damage, 2, and then we were letting you know, Will, that if this or everybody, if this goblin goes off, I will die. I am at 4 health.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
Don't
have
worry, boss. We got you.
I do have a potion, but
I should note I don't got you.
don't got.
I can
Actually, you know
help
what?
you out some.
I will just straight up help you out
Or-
if someone else can keep me from getting hurt. I'm miracling our fighter, so you actually heal 6 because you were under 50%.
ah,
Wait, did no one move the damage tokens on the goblin?
it went. Yeah, no, we've dealt 10 damage.
The token's still there.
Didn't-
All right. Okay, I can deal 4 damage to the goblin. In fact, I'm going to do that because I assume someone can deal 2 more damage to him. I'm gonna play boomerang. I'm gonna burn both of these arrow stabs because I don't like them. Where are these? Just kind of off to the side.
So these are these are stat
Ranger
markers.
ones.
These, or you
I'll
can,
just leave them here. It's
or you
fine.
can delete them.
3,
You don't like
Okay.
arrow stab? You don't like being Legolas?
Not really. When if I use this, I would have taken like 5 to 6 damage.
That's true.
It's quite bad.
Well, it's kind of meant to be bad, to be honest.
Stop designing cards to be bad.
You need bad cards. That's how Magic the Gathering
No,
works.
you don't.
You need vanilla cards.
No one wants the bad cards in Magic Gathering. They just buy the good ones.
I mean, but you can remove them now. Didn't you hear that whole bit? Come on.
Yeah, that. Yeah, he got angry that I removed them. He got angry that I removed the bad cards from my deck.
Yeah, I will agree. You can't add bad cards in and then be annoyed when people are moving.
No,
them. He has a good
I
point
wasn't.
there.
I was more just being silly. You do. I'm just, and you do. It is quite a bit of
Do.
damage compared to other cards that you have in your. And if you did go into something that started to give you some ability to do physical damage.
I would have to swing so hard in getting Constitution and Strength to make this card worth anything.
Oh, that is a good point that we will take into consideration.
Anyways, I dealt my 4 damage with my boomerang.
Can kill him. Can anyone kill him with ranged damage?
That killed the goblin, right?
No, he's not dead yet. He did 4 damage to him. He's 2 left.
Oh, okay.
Not dead yet.
Who is this targeting? Do we know?
This one
Kill
right
me,
now it's
Yeah.
'cause I'm
targeting
the
Will
last
because
one
he was the
to
last one to
damage
hit it.
So,
Also,
hold on,
it's
no.
also-
Explain this. You have to explain the targeting to Coyote.
I'll let Will explain. Will can choose how it works today.
So targeting is very straightforward. It says it on the card. There are a couple cards where it gets confusing, and we'll explain those when
Very
they come up.
straightforward.
But this one is just the last player to damage it. It is technically one of the confusing ones, but given the fact that the goblin's about to die and no one's damaged the slime, it really doesn't make a difference right now.
Are we having it where it
Alright.
is set once and then does not change? Is it
We can
consistently
decide
changing?
when it comes up, because if we're about to kill the goblin and no one's going to damage the slime, it doesn't really matter.
I think the way
Also,
this one
slime's
is
not
phrased, it
evil.
makes more sense if it changes.
Yes,
some of the
this
other
one
ones.
makes sense to change.
Oh, that's too big.
Oh, that's too big.
Doesn't want to get smaller either. What's going on here?
Does not want to get small. Oh, disappeared. It broke.
Yeah, I
itself.
got rid of it. I was thinking it might make sense to have something that tells us that we can use to pass. Well, I don't know. I'll just be able to ask. Who's this hitting? All right, is it my turn?
Hitting.
Yeah, with turn order is whenever the heck you want to. There is no specific turn.
Ah,
order. So, yeah, you can.
okay.
If you're like, I should go first, guys.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use this, and I'm going to give I don't think I need to give myself a dodge, but maybe I do.
Give yourself a dodge,
Well,
then do the physical damage, dodge the lashback.
well, I was considering giving you the shield and focus, so you can take less damage,
Mhm.
as well
be
as
back in
help
1
you
minute.
finish this off.
Yeah, that would help me finish that off. Okay, that is scary. Myself.
So I'll give you the shield and the focus,
Okay.
and chill and one. You know what? This is still really good to chill and do physical damage to that. The poison, because those both take away the damage it does, I believe.
Because of your ability.
Skill. Yeah. And the chill tokens are over here
They're
somewhere.
the red ones. They're labeled stun.
Excellent. And did you move the thing up for 1 damage? Yep.
No, not yet. It's
oh.
physical. It's physical poison, so no
yeah.
damage is dealt yet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
poison damage gets dealt kind of at the end. It's
And then I'm going to take a lot of damage because it's 17, and I am at 9, so I'm down to 4.
well,
Would be
it has a poison counter though.
So it's 5. So -2 is 4.
Ah,
So you
wonderful.
take 4 poison counters, not damage.
Oh,
But
lovely.
again, but no, another -1. So it was 17, right?
Oh, because he's
Yeah.
chilled and poisoned. So yeah.
So it would be 5 -1 twice. So it's only 3. You take 3 poison counters.
Okay.
I'll take those. I'm up to 4 now.
I'm back.
You can also healing can remove.
Ah,
I forget. Is it 1-to-1 for
Yes.
healing removing poison?
Correct.
Okay. So if you get healed 3, that would remove 3 poison.
Yes. Or if
Yep.
like you have 1 poison counter and you get healed 3, you can remove a poison, and is I think what I'm probably gonna do.
And then everyone takes 4 damage from the goblin.
Well, I'm gonna kill the goblin. Don't worry. I've got an
All
additional.
right, you have extra action.
I got additional actions. Chill. So I am going to quick slash him using a shield. Kills him.
I'm
Dead.
giving myself a chill token.
He would deal 3 damage to you. To me, because of the quick slash. Because of the shield. Then heal myself 3. And get rid of this pain 2. Right back up to 10. And I can chill an enemy.
Slime heals 3. So from 10 up to 13 mental. Then takes 1 poison damage, bringing it down there. In the end, we all draw a card.
And then it does lose. All right.
Was I supposed to draw a card last turn?
You were. Yeah, we draw a card every turn.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, well, I can do 3 mental damage to slime. That's good.
Oh, and then we all took poison damage.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't, but
1 poison damage. All right.
regardless of poison counters. And then, yeah, Coyote, you took 4 poison damage.
Yep. Don't worry, it's cool.
Are we
Healing?
So are we gonna try to focus on? I mean, obviously our party setup is not proficient at mental damage.
Not particularly. If we're going to go physical, though, we have to burst him down real fucking fast because he's going to do lashback in the form of poison, which is going to, kill us really fast. How much mental do you have over there, Will?
I can do a total of 6 right now.
6. Do another 3, and we can do a total
Unless
of 9.
unless someone can make me draw cards, then I can do more damage.
I do have a focus, actually. I forgot. And I put that away by accident. I can actually do 4 mental.
I could do 2 mental damage, but I feel like I need to drink this invigorating potion to keep myself alive.
That's
Yeah, actually, what's its attack this turn?
It goes back to 3. It's going to do
2 range to everyone.
2 range to all of us. Yeah,
2 range
That's
poison
rough.
to everyone.
it is rough. I think we might be able to burst it almost all the way down if we focus on mental.
And how much mental can you? You can do 3.
I can do 4 because I got to focus.
Okay, so that's 10, and then 0 can do 2, which is 12, and then
No, that's me who can do 2.
okay, then
Coyote.
that's great. 0 can also do 2 by using a summon companion, which puts 2 cards in their discard, and they can sack their Will-O-Wisp.
Let me do 2. If that lets it burst, I can do that. If that'll kill it, we can do that. Otherwise, I can hold on to the Will-O-Wisp for 1 turn
I think that
to try to get some
I
more
think that
cards in the discard.
might kill it.
Okay, well, let's do the big stuff first so we know how much is left. So I'm doing Battle of Wits, discarding 3 cards, which does 6 mental damage.
Okay.
And then drawing a card off. Like
I
that.
will improvise throw with
Brings it from 7 to 3. Coyote, you said you had some mental damage in hand?
I can do 2, but
well,
if
and then
if you
0 can do 3, which is its total life left, I'd rather drink a potion.
I can only do 2. I'm sorry.
only do 2.
You can only do 2? Alright, then let's
Yeah.
both do 2.
Okay. So yeah, I would summon my companion, the Will-O-Wisp, and then I use the ability right away to deal to sacrifice the Will-O-Wisp and deal damage equal to the number of cards in my discard, which is 2 currently. So 2 more damage,
Boom.
and we're all good.
Alrighty, we're all good. Killed all these mobs.
Give you a bunch of shields, but that didn't do anything.
So you take all of those cards from your discard. Everything goes back into your deck. You're gonna choose one of the 6 stats. You'll get 4 of those cards, Coyote, and then your health, your normal health and your maximum health will go up by the number that is below it.
Excellent. And these poison counters just go away, I assume?
Yes, the poison counters go. All counters get reset at the end of every encounter. So your shields go away,
including
your
life.
poison goes away. No, your life
No.
doesn't reset. Yeah,
Oh.
your life is the only thing.
Damn.
So that is
This
yeah.
is not okay. This
Yeah.
shouldn't happen.
So if for instance you took more charisma, your max health would go up to 14, and you would also gain 2 health. Here,
Okay, that's great. I am going to take more charisma.
right? So the
I'm leaning
difference
into this.
stays the same. So,
Jake, look at this killer
Charisma.
wisdom 4th drop I drew.
Oh, ooh.
And I didn't take the. Well, actually, the pick me up doesn't
What
matter.
the hell?
Did we not shuffle?
Oh, I shuffled. I shuffled immediately before doing it.
Okay, great. No problem then.
Yeah, there's no reason that should have happened, and I can't blame anything except the heart of the cards.
I might Constitution to help us throw out some shields to some people and prevent lashback from me.
You're no longer a regular surgeon with all those potions. You're a surgeon, but spelled in the old-timey fashion way.
I'm an
Yeah,
apothecary.
love this card.
A surgeon. Okay, so con. 4 con cards.
I took another dexterity.
Nice. I got some bubble blasts and some shield bounces. Pretty good, actually. Relatively okay.
I feel like I stole someone else's card.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You should.
How did I
have-
get to 19? Is 19? No, 19's correct.
No. You should
No,
have-
19 is not correct.
19 is not correct. Maybe
You
you
should have 18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
should
so I
have-
did steal someone's card.
You have 12 plus 4 is 16.
Or yeah, because I deleted 2
Oh, you
cards with the
deleted 2.
boomerang.
That does make sense.
Where did you get an extra card for that? That's crazy. Well, I'm gonna try to help look.
Maybe I drew an extra. Well, the last card I drew was an extra of these.
Mm,
Which is too bad because I like that card.
It is a good one. It's a crowd favorite.
So Zero, you're with down 2 cards compared to everyone else because of burning.
Boomerang. Yep.
Ooh,
So my deck is slightly slimmer.
slightly cool.
Well, this is good. At least I drew the pick me up with a potion.
There we go. All right, it's a statue garden. Let's see what sort of statues this odd place has. A statue of a skeleton. That's not.
Okay, so Coyote, this is one of the ones where we have to make it clear once it determines its targeting, that does not change round to round. So it's the first player to act in round 1, the last player to act in round 1, and then that stays unless someone changes the aggro.
Okay. Fun.
Can I get my I tried trophy?
Mhm.
It's pretty large, but yeah, you want it? You got space over here next to you somewhere. How about here? We can
Thank
flank you.
Oh, I forgot to give myself my health.
I really tried.
Yes, you did.
You tried. Da, 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 da. And we are now level 2. There we go. All right, let me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Draw 4 cards.
1 and 1. So this one will be doing range damage to a player. This one will be doing physical damage to a player.
I'm gonna be able to pretty easily bonk either of these guys because my max health isn't. I can physically attack them without risk of lashback.
Then I would say, why don't you be the last one to attack so that the goblin targets you since it's the physical attacker versus the ranged attacker skeleton archer.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So I
And
will
I'll
be the
not
last
go
to
first.
go in this first round. Everybody else go. And also,
I think I'm
Will,
gonna start by. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and also, Will, you should probably heal our bard at some point.
Yep, I will be doing that second turn.
1. Deal 2 range damage to target player. And it's targeting. Alright.
It's gonna target whoever the first player to go, and then so they're not targeting. You go first. The skeleton's coming after you.
How about I go first because I have dodge roll?
There we go.
Love it.
So I'll do a dodge roll. I'll get a dodge token. Dodge token.
That's what, 2 damage?
Yeah, it's just a little puny two. Oh well, hold on. Oh, it is 2 range damage. Yeah, so we're good. Do I want to focus on the skeleton first?
Well, I'm gonna burst down whoever I go at. I can.
It looks like okay. So the attacks
Yeah,
are just
where
going in order. I guess it doesn't matter who. I'll do the skeleton. Yeah.
All right, down to 6.
Okay. As second person, I'll go really quick. Potion of light. I'll heal 3. Everyone else heals 1.
Delightful.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I will copy that card. So
Nice. Full
I
health.
heal 3 and everyone else heals 1.
Awesome.
Sorry, I also heal another one.
Correct.
You were worried I wasn't going to be a healer. Come on.
And then you want to. That's everybody, right? Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna deal 5 damage to this goblin. I am going to advise throw, but I'm gonna change that range to instead of 3.
11.
Alrighty. Targeting.
Yeah, we had swapped. Yeah.
Alrighty. So this skeleton deals damage to 0. Goblin.
I dodge it.
Cool.
Goblin damage to. Draw our cards. And more healing.
Now, what is this? I'm going to save this. I don't think we need it yet.
All right, mine's pretty straightforward. I'll just go first. I'm going to draw 2 cards and put this potion back in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to sure shot
Nice.
the skeleton for 3 damage. And then I'll take another action to summon my companion. And I will summon... Oh, who do I want to summon? What's his health at? 13?
Mhm.
I'll summon my wolf. So the wolf will deal 3 more damage to him.
The
And not take any lashback.
yes. Do people need shields, or do people need me to do?
Who are they? Okay, so this guy's hitting me. 3 range damage to me. I don't have a dodge right now.
Here's what I think.
And then
I'm thinking.
I say I'm shields are good. I'm fairly stacked on healing, so
So this is
If-
really a better card later on in the game, not just 2. One of them is already targeting me.
I
Yep.
can use Crowd Pleaser to hit this one this turn, which will I think, let's see, it has 13 and it will do 2 less. I'm at 11, so I won't take any lashback. And it's doing 2 range damage to everyone. That would prevent both damage. So I'll prevent this from hitting anyone
Because you can double check.
effectively.
Okay, yes, that would actually be really good. And then I might actually then just do.
Do you want me to do that first and then I can Crowd Pleaser and give you a shield and focus?
That would be. And then we'd all only take. This crowd pleaser, you're only going to get 2. You give me a shield, I'll do 1 more damage. Or you could chill him twice.
No, because I can choose 2 of the 3 skills, right?
Right. So chilling him.
I choose him.
Right. Chilling him once will reduce that from 2 damage down to 1. You chilled him twice.
Yeah, but the physical poison does the other damage, prevents the other damage because of my skill.
Well, only for you.
also
That's only for
we're on
Oh,
turn.
only in lashback. Only in lashback. You're
and
right.
that's only on you.
Oh.
That's not for everybody. That's just you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So I should just chill it twice.
Also, just to be clear, it is on turn 2, so it's dealing 3 range damage. So the double chill is still good, but
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. It is
Oh.
going to do 3 range damage to
me, yeah, it's fine. I can take 1 damage. That's fine.
I'm still down with that. I think that's the right thing to do.
Okay.
The
Thank
double
you.
chill, double poison.
Yeah. And then I am going to just do this flirt against 7 down to 9. I gain the 2 shields and then immediately use 1 life. Boop. All right. Is that
That stuff
everybody?
happened.
I'll
Yes.
take 1 damage from the archer.
And then the archer.
I guess
takes
we all take 1
2.
damage.
No. He's on 2, not 3.
Oh.
He takes 2 damage. At 10, right? Down to 8.
Yep.
It's me. Goblin. Ouch. 2. Fortunately, we have the same flashback value. Doesn't take any from me. Love when that happens later on in the game. Alrighty. Now is when they're going to start doing damage to everybody. This is going to be that round. Everybody draw their card. See what we can do.
Let's see. How much health does the skeleton have left? 8.
I can maybe kill that.
I've
How
By
many
yourself?
additional actions can you chain?
as many as you have cards in your hand.
Just so you
Okay.
know, Coyote, this one is mental damage.
Oh yeah, boo.
I mean, it's still a great
could-
card, but
Mhm.
I could use that to draw another card.
And hope that it's another additional action card.
And then, yeah, I don't know. Which one does it make most sense? 3 to all players, 3, 4 to target player. Well, seems like we want to kill this if we can.
I'm gonna go last because what I do is probably dependent on what everyone else does.
I mean, I can chill him once, so that's going to reduce the damage he's to everybody, but I can do that to either of them. I mean, basically, we're going to be taking 4 damage, everybody.
I can output at least 5 damage to one of them. Actually, I could deal 6. I can deal 6 to the goblin, which it's about equivalent to me attacking the archer either way. So
Let's try to kill this.
Yeah,
Because here, let me go first, because I can let us all draw cards.
well, that would be
oh,
good.
drawing cards is great. Yeah, actually.
That would
So
be
we
good.
all get to
I
draw a
have
card.
all my defensive cards that I have in my entire deck right now.
And then we all
Here we go.
then we all get to have to discard
one
a card.
Fine.
Which
I'm not going to use
I'll throw away this one that
Anyway.
does mental damage for some
Because I
reason.
discarded, I get a shield.
And I get an extra action after that. And I could do 2 straight physical, but I think it's better to do.
Yeah, because the poison, you'll do that poison out to him at the end of the.
Yeah.
So he'll take 2 right now since he has 2 poison
Right,
counters.
so if we just bring him
Yeah.
down to 2, do his damage and then die. Or
Okay,
if we
so I
can-
can deal 5 to him. Someone's gonna have to clean him up though.
And that's 11, and
And
he does
clean him up.
2
He's
less
sad about it,
flashback, so
but-
he doesn't do any damage to me either. All
Yeah,
right.
perfect. Because I can
Well-
I can do 4 damage.
Let me. Okay, well you can do 4 damage. You said.
Yes.
Okay, so my
I'll
wolf
kill
can
him.
deal. Yeah, we can definitely kill him.
Okay.
So if you're gonna just deal 4 to him,
Yeah, I'm gonna chill him and deal 4. So
2.
Oh, perfect.
okay, that actually makes it a little bit easier. I'll use Rain of Arrows then to deal 2 damage to him and the goblin. And then the wolf will hit the goblin for 3 more damage.
Get him down to 4.
Wolf will take 1 damage. I'm just gonna use a stun counter as a damage counter for the wolf.
I need to make all those
Okay.
tokens soon. And then Will still hasn't gone. Is that true?
I have not. I'm going to damage myself a bit by doing this. I'm going to deal 3 physical damage to it,
Hmm.
which will let me draw a card,
But you'll take some lashback.
but I'll take some lashback. So it goes from 4 down to 1. Then I'll take it's at 15. I'm at 12, so I'll take 3 lashback, 12 to 9. So we got a couple options. I'm going to tough one because I could kill it right now, or I can heal us all just a tiny bit.
Well, it's gonna deal 2 damage to us.
Right.
So
Are you healing 3 or more?
Now I'd be healing us all for 1 and me for 3.
No. Kill it, dude.
Right. Yeah, but I want to heal myself. I'm just going to discard 2 cards, which will get me additional shield, but deal 1 physical damage to it, which then would
Yes.
lash back me a bunch again.
That's okay. We did
That's
forget
okay.
to explain that to Coyote, that at any point in time you discard 2 cards from your hand to deal
Mhm.
if it were a card, which we'll have reminder cards eventually, it'll do 1, 3, 5 physical. Like, not a good ratio, but it's like in case you get into these weird situations where you're like, oh, we need to do mental damage to kill this thing, and I literally just have physical damage in my hand. You can always stare at it really, really mean. Like a
Nice. All right.
Alrighty, that was round 2 or encounter 2. Sorry. Kind of want, because I have this cool thing that turns range damage into physical. I almost want to go a little bit of dex. See if I can do some silly bonker stuff.
Hmm.
Sure.
for my own benefit, remind me what has dodge in it and what has focus gain.
Dodge is charisma and dex, and focus is dex and they're all within 2.
Okay.
Ooh, this is
I'm gonna
this
keep
is
this
exactly
charisma chain going.
this is exactly what I wanted, because I can do rain of arrows and use my bonkers ability to make rain of arrows do 4 physical damage to all.
I think I'm just gonna take another stack of decks myself for now.
Then deal. Anyway, also pretty.
Whoa. All right. Got some.
Get a really good card.
I got dumbfound, which is crazy.
Yerp.
I can't remember what dumb. Oh yeah.
And then I got 2 of these, which I
Oh,
adore.
sweet.
And then this thing, which is going to go straight to dumbfound.
I mean, it's nice in that it's versatile. So if you need to do physical damage, not mental damage, drop the card.
I genuinely feel like you you put too much value on cards that can deal both types of damage.
Well, it's just that sometimes you really do need to do physical. Sometimes you really do need to do mental. And if you can't, it really sucks. And I did decrease the number of those cards by quite a bit. They were the most common, and now they're the third to least common, the lower end of me.
All right. What's in my
All right,
opening hand?
what are our new guys? Fucking Stone Guardians.
Oh, good. I get targeted.
Yes, sometimes you have to do mental damage like this. You know?
Oh shit! Someone's targeting me.
Oh shit!
That's all right. I can
Great. So I
dodge.
can heal everyone and also heal myself and also do all the mental damage. Awesome. Perfect.
Yep. I
mean,
sure I have
you're
some
co-designer. Get used to it.
Sure, I got some mental that I can definitely do. Sure.
In
Hey.
fairness, I didn't design your class choices. You did that all on your own.
You
So
did
you're
design
getting targeted.
Bard though, so
You know what? I can help you out. What if I give myself a dodge and draw a card, and I give you a shield and a focus?
I mean, I'll probably be fine. I have magical abilities, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
So
ahead and just oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
Have
Yeah.
a have a shield and a focus.
Cool, thanks.
I'm gonna right behind you the Goblin Brute for 3 damage.
Um, yes.
Um, I'll use the dodge right away to. Well, yeah, I'll just use the dodge right away. I think, unless
Went the
they're
last
doing
one.
all attacks. What are they doing?
He's doing
The
4
target
physical
player,
damage to
target player.
Coyote.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just use it now, so I don't take any damage from lashback.
Jeez, can do 2, 3, 5. Gonna hurt so much. I mean, I can do 4 damage to him, or I can gain some focus. And might just might be worth it. Because it also heals me a bit. So I'm gonna do Eagle Eye. I'm gonna gain 2 focus. Gain 1 life.
Cool. I am going to use my potion to heal myself for 3 and everyone else for 1.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the Goblin Brute's going to smack Endgamer, I believe, for 4 damage.
Oh, Coyote.
Or oh, Coyote, sorry.
What do dodge tokens do again?
You can ignore it completely. So instead of taking
Oh,
4
done.
physical damage, you would take 0 damage.
I will do that.
That's a good idea.
All right. And then the Stone Guardian is going to deal 3 range damage to Will.
Me. But I'll use my shield that I got. Thank you, Coyote, to make it only 2.
Perfect.
Okay,
Oh,
then he's going
perfect.
to do
The rules do
3.
cover
He's going to do
token
4.
types.
All right, so the Stone Guardian's going to heal itself. No one's dealt damage to it. So if we also don't do damage to it, its turn is useless.
That's pretty good. This I can chill this Goblin Brute and pull its aggro. Probably pretty good. Then, all right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Will get 2 shields.
Cool.
I'm gonna chill this Goblin Brute 1, and then I'm gonna pull. Or no, wait. Yeah, because it's eventually gonna. Yeah, I'll pull aggro on this one.
Cool. I am going to top everyone off pretty much. So everyone heals another 1, and I'll heal 3. So almost everyone's at full.
Nice.
Is that everybody on this turn? Get bad stuff already.
This is the
That's-
second turn, right?
This is
Yeah,
turn
Coyote
2.
and Zero
Yeah.
still left. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I still haven't yet gone. So if I attack, I'm not pulling
No, you won't pull any.
aggro, am I? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and what are you doing for
It's going to
target
heal
players?
itself. And I don't mind about getting chilled next turn either, because I'm probably not going to be doing a lot with it. So again, it's going to be another turn skipped for it.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
help
gonna
you.
double-
Oh, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and double chill poison this one again. I like that move. I got 2 poison here.
It's a good move. And then I'll stab him again for 3 more damage.
Delightful.
In your 13, so it would be 5 lashback.
Yeah, I'll dodge that. Yeah, I'll dodge that.
Cool.
Oh, so that was 18, and I'm at
16.
15. I take none
Nice.
from the poison and the.
All right, so they do.
Not necessarily. I have to check. Yeah, because the chill happens before the physical poison damage, so it would have had
Yes.
2 chills,
Mhm.
and you're
Yeah, I also yeah, the poison reduces my lashback as
yes.
well.
You because you were the first chill made it do 0.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay, so it would do 4 physical damage to me instead it just does. Happy for that.
I feel like I've done a good job with like keeping the bard as a little bit of jack of all trades, but like not too much.
Yeah, he's like not good at anything, but pretty good at everything.
I will say, with the boosted power of the monsters, it's less. The bard is now less obviously the best class.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the best class before.
It was.
Oh, easily.
It was the best class if you weren't a hot draw wizard. A hot draw wizard can do the most mental, but the bard is consistently the best, the overperformer.
We also nerfed him in that he had a bunch of ranged poison damage, and we made it all physical. So he can do all sorts of crazy poison stuff, but he has to go in and start punching.
Actually
not to
invest.
toot my own horn much, but y'all would be at very low health if it weren't for.
That's why clerics are great.
Okay,
Woo-hoo.
monsters do their stuff.
Yeah, monsters do stuff. We already did
There
Goblin
you
Brute. Stone dude heals. He doesn't heal.
Oh, I forgot to take my 3 damage from the Goblin Brute. Sorry. There we go.
What are you talking about? I pulled aggro from him.
Deals 3 physical damage to all players.
Yeah, he's on 3. 2, 3.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
He's
oh, yeah.
on 3. Everyone takes 3 physical damage.
He had 3 chills, so it was 0.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Will, for paying attention.
You're welcome.
Thank you, William.
All right, I'm gonna spend a couple turns
job, bud.
doing a lot of nothing, so I can do a lot of stuff later on.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Let me draw a card.
I'm gonna do pick me up to get my
Draw a
potion back
card.
and 2 more
Oh,
cards.
oh, God. All right. Okay. Man, I'm not getting any of the let me combo stuff right now.
Yeah, I'm not getting quite what I want.
All right. I think I am getting.
I was also considering doing that, but
Yeah, we can both smoke. I gain 2 focus dodges. Then deal 0 damage each of them, but I can basically do these. I can. I have to figure that is. So is it better for me to mental the Stone Guardian? Dump it all there, probably.
No,
right now
'cause
I wouldn't do it yet.
it'll get a heal off before we can potentially kill it, so it'll erase any mental damage you did.
Okay, great. So what I can actually do then is I can afford to take damage. Yeah, in order to do this as 3 ranged, which then I turn into 5 and done. I take. Actually, I can dodge that. Dodge one of them.
I mean, I don't have a lot of options
Okay.
right now. Here, let me
What
go
would you
first real
advise?
quick.
Right?
I'm going to just throw a knife for 2 range damage at the Goblin Brute. So he's down to 3. And I'm going to draw 2 cards for my knife throw.
I think, let's see, because I have 15. And that would put 2. And you're at 18, 15. So I'd take 1. Yeah, I'm going to I'll go ahead and poison that one.
Takes
And they will immediately take 2 damage. And I'm going to take 1 lashback. And that will kill it when the poison ticks, right?
Yeah, but he'll
Yes.
do his bad stuff. But that's okay because he's targeting.
Oh yeah.
Was
Is
that
that everyone?
everybody?
That's everyone.
Oh, okay, great. They
Yep.
do bad stuff. He tries to hit me. I dodge. And then
Hmm.
back down.
All right, I'm going to save this.
Automatic.
I can't do much, but I'll give it a little bit of the old college try. I'll throw 2 mental damage towards
Wait,
him right now. Oh, what?
Zero, do you want me to I have this. I don't like really need to heal a lot, but I don't have like a whole lot I can do. Is it good for me to get someone to draw a card right now?
Yeah, but I think so. I think you might actually want to make Will draw a card because I think the cleric has more
Yep. Not
mental
this turn, but
options.
next turn. Next turn, I'm going to be discarding a lot of cards to do a huge amount of damage.
Okay, so just hold on to it for this turn.
All right.
You can. I mean, these still do mental damage, so that's something. Your look over theirs.
Yeah, I'm actually holding on to these, hoping I draw the card that lets me burn them.
I'm gonna throw a mental knife at the Stone Guardian for 2 mental damage. So
Um, I'll discard both of these to do 1 mental damage.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
actually. I could chill 2 punch.
All right, so he's down to 17. Yep, so it's going to be 4 range damage because he has a focus. I'm going to spend 2 shields to prevent 2 of that. So it's
Okay.
only going to be 2 damage to me. And this becomes 4. So he's going to heal. We draw our cards.
Already
All right, can anyone make me draw cards?
drew.
I can. Draw a card. And I am up to full.
You know what we
Can
haven't
anyone else?
talked about, Will? As I
Hmm.
look at your ridiculous card, we have hand of cards. We have not talked about a hand limit ever.
We purposely said there isn't a hand limit.
Oh, did we? You might have purposefully said that. I have never purposefully said that.
Realistically, me having this is because I have been doing nothing except drawing 2
No,
cards for several
I'm
turns.
not saying we should. I'm just saying we never
Yeah.
talked about it, and I found that silly.
Yeah.
This seems
I
totally
think we
fine.
said let's not worry about it until it becomes an issue, and then we can decide.
Yes, I think that sounds like something I would say. That'll admit.
I'm assuming no one else can make me draw cards, right?
No, I cannot make you draw cards.
Great. I'm going to try and go off. So first, I'm going to do 4 mental damage to it, bringing it from 17 down to 13.
Spiteful.
Then I'm going to play Battle of Wits and discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and do 18 mental damage to it.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say you said try to go off, but like you just kill it outright.
So
So
if anyone wants to heal before I do that, please do it.
I don't need to heal.
I
So
mean, I can heal.
Okay.
I'll heal 1. Yeah, up to full.
All right, I'll kill it.
Great, good job, Will. You did.
Nice.
All right. Notably, this is our kind of big level up. So, you get to choose. All right. You get to choose one of the stats, plus you get one of the things from your bag, the deck of cards. about Blizzard so far, although I feel like later.
What's wisdom like?
Wisdom is what will is used. So it's a lot.
Mhm.
It has like a lot of mental damage. It has a lot of healing. A little as one card that is both healing and additional action. I
Ah.
forget what their burn card.
Why are we using these weird like
Oh,
three-sided
so
dice?
I'm
I
at 3 charisma, so am I stuck at 3 or can I go to
No, you
4?
can go all the way up to 5. I thought that these were D6s and I pulled them from somewhere else because I wanted ones with
Hmm.
actual numbers as a tips. I was like, this is a D6 because I just saw the 1, 2, 3 and I just grabbed it and didn't realize that the other side was 2, 3. And I forgot to fix that earlier today when I was working. That's why we're stuck with these weird. But you can go up to 5.
Excellent.
So
So 4. So I get these 5 bard cards as well.
5 card cards as well, and a new skill from your.
Nice. Wonderful.
And I'd gain shields. I can
Got another
instead
one of
gain
these.
focus.
Ah,
You have some shield gaining.
I have a lot of crowd pleasers in my deck now. We'll see if
Hmm.
I like keep having more and more of those.
There's gonna be some amount of range reduced by 1.
I think I want to do the more poison.
I think I'm
Is
gonna
it 2
do.
medium and a small now?
What was that, Will?
Is it 2 medium and a small now?
Medium menace. Yes. It's always like two of the new thing and then 1 of everything
Yeah.
under it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just
18
making
now.
sure.
Oh shit, there are 3 enemies?
Now there's 3 enemies, and 2 of them are scary. But we also now all of our cards do that middle number. So and we also get to draw 5 cards.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. Ah,
Exodia.
Oh. You'll see you got the mouth of Exodia, the 3 heads of Exodia, the body of Exodia, another head of Exodia, and the shattered knee of
All of the limbs of
Exodia.
Exodia on a
Shattered knee
single
of
card.
Exodia. Okay. So they're all gonna target 0, and then they're all gonna target Coyote, and then they're all gonna target me, and then Bill, etc.
And
And all range damage is reduced by 2.
So
All
at round 5 they target nobody.
if only. All our range damage is reduced by 2 because we're in a very windy cave. Sorry, Zero.
I'll be fine.
Get effed.
It's okay. The Odd Room does range damage and it's reduced. The Bone Wall does range damage and it's reduced. And the Giant Draugr does physical
21.
damage and isn't reduced.
You know what? I got this.
You got this
So
right off the bat?
yeah, watch this.
Oh, I got it.
I'm going to Acid Smash all enemies for 4.
I think it's just 3.
Yes.
No, I have the new skill. 1 additional
Oh,
poison
okay.
to enemies that have no poison.
Gotcha.
I will take no lashback, and I will give dodge to
You take no
both
lashback?
you and I.
How are you taking
Yeah,
no lashback?
because this one is 21,
Mm-hmm.
and it does 4 less lashback against my current HP total of 18 because of this skill.
I think it's only.
It's just once.
I think that only activates once.
Yeah. It's not per poison
Enemies.
counters.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
Alright,
no,
I do take some lashback.
You take a I mean, it's still good. It's not like totally busted. That would be a
18,
ridiculous ability.
19, so I take 2.
Oh,
Oh no, I disconnected.
Uh-oh. Pause this.
It'll
I'm
be more if
following
he can get one of those vine cards or whatever it is.
the fool you twice,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is.
Well, I
that
have
can
this
be
thing too. That will be good for.
just
Oh
stacking
yeah,
them on a little bit.
need to get that.
You actually have this, which is really good for it.
Yeah, you can double the number of poison counters on enemies.
Yeah, I feel like I want to save that though. Like, doesn't it keep getting harder?
Yeah, that does keep getting harder. So it does burn the card from your. So yeah, you might want to save. It would be cool.
But, and actually, here's an interesting thing that we can talk about at some point. Because it's a charisma card, it goes back to the charisma deck, which means it can get drawn again,
Yes,
depending on
that is true.
who else is playing charisma.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, interesting.
Like I might rhyme surge because it lets me do 2 additional actions, and then I can improvise throw for range. But then instead of doing range, do it as physical. So I would do 5, 6, 7. I do 14 damage. I feel like it's a pretty good turn. Considering I could basically just destroy this bone wall.
I don't have much I can do, so I think I'm just going to. How much damage is this guy doing to me? Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna deal 3 range damage to everything. So.
Right. I feel like maybe rhyme surge is gonna be. I don't think I need to do much. I don't think we're in dire straits. So instead of rhyme surge, I'm just gonna go. I will also.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Zero. I also gave you a dodge.
Oh, you have to promote
Oh,
his
yeah.
name.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because this card was apparently broken.
Yeah.
Crowd
Like
pleaser?
I said, the bard was very obviously the best class. Now he's slightly less obvious the best class.
Yes. Or
Although I think now
this
that
give me dodge
we're
also. That's right. Acid smash.
getting to the middle of the game, things are getting a little bit softer. Again, it's becoming more evident how good the bard is.
I mean, I'm about to do 7 damage. I feel like that's
Yeah,
Nice.
the
just one
bard's
card.
about to do 12, and then another 9 after that, and then another 6 after that.
Uh-huh.
In fairness, it's nice that the bard is fighting 2 monsters with 0 lashback when they did the take lashback from all enemies card.
Right.
That
Yeah.
that
That's
is true.
true.
That helps. That helps.
I guess I'm the person with the most health right now, so I'll fight this giant drop. So I will do 7 damage to him. So he was at 21.
14.
And 21, and I take 3 damage.
18.
1, 2, 3. Oh. Dice throw goes here. Bill, did you go yet?
Nope. All right, so here's the question.
For gamer, did
What's up?
Did you remember that we're in a really windy cave? That your ranged damage only did 1 to all of them?
You're right. I did forget that.
They all gain 2 health.
Honestly, I'd probably just pick a different move then. Okay, hold on. I'll use dodge roll instead. Whatever. It
It's
doesn't
also
matter.
ranged damage.
I know. So
This room sucks
shockingly
for you.
ranged. Yeah, this cave sucks. I'll just do the dodge roll so I can get another dodge. It's fine.
So you do only 1 damage.
No damage. I don't do any damage. Oh yeah, it still does. Okay.
And up to 2 enemies.
So I'll do the 1 damage to the giant Draugr, and then 1 damage to the I'll do the bone wall. Make it die faster.
And it goes back down again.
Oh wait, was he already almost dead?
No.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bad stuff happens.
No, I still have to go.
Oh my gosh, William. Sorry, that's my bad.
I was about to go, but then someone had to redo their entire turn.
What's that? It's too windy. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so what's about to happen is a whole bunch of damage is going to be done to 0. So,
Actually, no. Remember, these guys are also dealing range
yeah,
damage, so they're in.
just 5 damage is going to be dealt to you.
That is he has he dodge rolled, so he has a dodge token.
But we'll
I
get
have
that.
2
Okay,
dodge tokens. And also, this guy
cool.
would only be dealing 4 damage to me anyways, but yeah, I dodge. Only one of these guys is dealing damage to me, and I dodge it.
All right. So really, the question is, do I want to try and deal mental to any of these, or are we just going to try and let the poison happen?
I think we just
I
let the poison happen.
I think so as well. So I'm just going to miracle to give 3 to the fighter. Put you back up to full.
You'll refresh. Oh. Okay, now bad stuff happens. It's 2 range damage, and you just 0 damage, but discard a card 0. Takes 4.
Discard this bad card this round.
This deals 2
Stonewall.
range damage and chills you.
I am chilled.
And then this giant Draugr 5 damage to you.
But I dodge it.
No, I thought it does. Yeah, 1. That, I don't know why it's. No, it does. It does 4 damage to everyone.
Oh.
I dodge.
Does
I don't.
everybody. I'm a dum-dum who can't read.
We've already established that.
Wanna come hang out, Mila? Doc is very undecided about what to do right now.
My gosh.
Man, this
think
summon
of
companion
all-
card. Summon companion card scales so badly.
But now you can summon them with your Potion of Mists also.
Yeah, which means this is even worse.
You said you wanted on more cards. This can't be 1, 2, 3, and this be 0, 1, 1. That would be ridiculous.
It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, but maybe just something else.
All right.
Well, it's either this or nerf all of these, because these also scale. That's the problem. That it could stay 1, 2, 3, but these would never scale. So they'd be stuck at this top tier basically, because you're scaling both the number that you're getting and also how powerful they are. So I figured it was better to have fewer of them, but they be more powerful.
Well,
2.
I think
That was my thought.
yeah, I'll think I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I am just gonna summon a. I think I'm just probably gonna end up summoning a guy.
All right. So
Yeah, go ahead.
may I go first this time?
Yeah, sure. I also have there are 4 blizzards in the strength deck, and I have 3 of them.
I'm going to start by doing 5 mental damage to this. Dropping it down to 5 total life, and this goes away. Oh,
15.
Down to 15.
down to 15. This thing is a bastard, huh?
Yep. You gotta do it quick.
Sorry, I just remembered the
Um,
Draugr heals. Sorry, back up for a second. Did we do the whole thing with it healing and poison?
Oh, so this has 2, so I'm going to do
I
it
did its
other
poison. I
one.
forgot to heal it.
It doesn't
So
heal
this one's
yet.
already
It
done mental damage to
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh,
It
no.
was at full health, but healed, and then it took them.
No, it wasn't at full health. I was wrong.
What?
It was
So
not
there
at
we
full
go.
health.
Right. Yeah. I'm sorry. We keep interrupting you.
That is
today.
what I want to do. I just said I switched what I was doing to this one. I didn't realize there was a stack here, so I wanted to keep doing the mental damage to the one that's already been hurt.
Okay.
Then
So it's
I
also
can
stacked
draw a
here.
card.
This said 20. This has. Have we done mental damage to this one before?
I don't remember doing mental damage to it.
Yeah, it was at 25.
Yeah. Nothing
you
has been
do-
hit. Nothing has been hit mentally. I don't think.
And so then he just did
Jesus.
3 damage to it, or 5 damage, so it's at 20.
At 20. But you do get to
Lovely.
draw an extra
Which is-
card and do an I think it's
All you guys did was all you guys did was touch where its damage was and move it back and forth.
yeah.
Well, no,
Oh,
I put a counter back on.
we added this.
Okay.
I'm going to do this again, I think.
Another, but
And
now it's
give them
just
all 3 more poison.
Yeah.
And give dodge to who's at the lowest life?
Probably me right now, but I don't know.
yeah, Will.
Yeah, I'll give you and myself dodge.
Gosh, Will, you are
Just going everywhere.
And let's see, that is 21 minus 1, so 20. And I am at 16 total life right now.
It's your max health, not your current health.
Oh, it's your max health. Sweet, so I take 2.
If it was current
And
health, that would be
you gave me a dodge. Cool.
I did.
Cool, cool,
okay.
cool.
Here, I'd like to go next. I'm gonna summon my companion. I'm gonna summon my
Yeah.
giant spider,
Of course. Yeah.
and he'll deal 2 poison damage to the to the room somehow.
Mm-hmm. Like acidic poison.
Sure.
You never spat at a wall before?
With your poisonousness. I think just because I have far too many blizzards in my deck, I'm going to use a blizzard and I'm going to burn 2 blizzards to get rid of.
You know, if we're talking semantics, are spiders technically venomous?
If we're talking semantics, venom and poison are not the same thing.
Yes, that's
Right,
also
that's what
true.
I'm saying.
Venom is if it bites you, it hurts. Poison is if you eat it.
So technically, all the poison is semantically venomous.
Yes.
So you're doing venom damage, but
Yes, but
it's
saying venom
poisoning
damage is
things. But it is poison because it is an ingestion thing. It's all the bard stuff causes an ingestion. It's
That is-
throwing things that seep into your body and give you problems.
that is true.
Gotcha.
No, wait,
So my spider's barfing poison into their mouths.
putting 4
Yeah.
chill tokens on this. And
Nice.
Its fangs are
Oh, that's
purely decorative.
about to. That's okay. Actually, no, it's about to heal.
Yeah, honestly, chill on any of these doesn't make sense right now.
Still on this one.
I'm gonna use a restroom. I'll be right back.
I'm sorry. I royally messed this up. I have no idea what health it's at. I'm gonna chill this one. So it won't do the train damage. And then
Which already won't do, I thought.
already won't do. You're absolutely right. I need to undo the entire turn. Dang it.
well, it was at 24. And
But we've done a bunch of damage to it.
yeah. It's like somewhere around here.
It was at 14. We've done like 10.
Perfect.
I'm not doing it. But I'm just gonna do 7 damage to this.
14 down to 7.
I
If
take
someone can do 1
another-
damage to it, it will die.
I mean, I could do 1 damage to it, but I would also be almost dead for doing it. So I will not be doing that. Actually, that's not true. No, you were right. That is. I will do that because what I will do is I will quick strike it using my dodge.
Use your dodge. Oh yeah, that's perfect with the dodge.
So it'll take 3
Nice.
physical damage, going down to 4. So when it gains its 2 again, it'll be at 6, which the poison will take care of.
And you get an additional action.
And I get an additional card and an additional action. Perfect. I'm going to use Healing Light. So I will heal myself for 3. Great. Putting me up to 10. And who else could use some 3?
Oh, it is.
I
10.
think
Oh, great.
the fighter can use 3 more health.
I definitely could.
Great. And then I get to draw a card from that and play an additional action. 3. Let's see. This is on 2. right? One of these is going to. Okay, so it's next turn that all of us are discarding our
Mhm.
hands. Okay. Um. Then 3. Cool. Then I'm just doing this now. I am going to use reward effort, which then makes me burn 2 cards. What do I want to burn? I like Battle of Wits, so we'll keep that. Deafen,
1, 1,
Siphon
2
Mind.
times the number of cards.
Yeah. It's not the best time to use it, but it's a useful time to use it. So we're just gonna. I mean,
Is it that useful of a time to use it?
I can get everyone to full health by doing it, or just
That's
about full health.
And
Which
he
I'm not doing anything with mental
and
damage.
that one is a burn 2 cards, 2 other cards. Stays in his deck. It's letting him mess with the distribution cards in his deck. So
Yeah,
that one
I
is
don't
one
need.
you actually want to use as much as possible.
Yeah, I don't need. Honestly, I might get rid of the Battle of Wits. Now we're getting rid of Deafen. We're getting rid of One Siphon Mind. We're keeping the Battle of Wits.
We all gain how much?
3, because it doesn't count reward effort.
We go in
And up to
are
13.
they
This is a Wisdom, so it'll go away. This is a Cleric, so it'll stay here. Actually, right, because of how it's set up and get deleted. And then Wisdom, this has to go on the bottom. Which means no more shuffling the Wisdom deck.
was that everyone's turn?
And that is everyone. It's my yeah.
Okay, bad stuff. So this is all targeting Coyote. 3 ranged damage and discard 2 cards.
Remember, all
Right.
range damage was
What's
reduced by 2.
the
Oh,
next one
so
doing?
it's just 1 range damage actually. Sorry.
I'll take a range damage.
Okay, and then it's gonna take 8,
And I have to discard a card.
5.
You have to discard 2 cards, actually.
That's fine.
Oops. Then 3 is 2 range damage to all players, but we're in very windy cave, so nothing happens.
Delete the poison.
And then the giant Draugr heals himself for 3 and damage.
Wait,
Or
heals
takes-
himself for 3? He heals
heals
himself for 2.
No, at the start of his turn he heals 2, and then he's on heal 3, so he actually heals. Does not 5, not die.
And then he takes 6.
Down to 2. Then he goes 5.
This goes to 3. Which is going to have all of us discarding our entire hands. Draw a card.
Okay, hold on. Now I do have this. I'm going to rain of arrows, but instead of shooting a rain of arrows up into the sky, I'm just gonna run up to all of them and stab them. So instead of 3 range damage to all enemies, I'm doing 5 physical damage to all enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5. Okay. And that I believe.
And then you take some amount
I
of
take
lashback.
3 lashback. Such a great combo.
All right, I can Oh, are these all still targeting me? Cool.
Oh no, they're all targeting me.
I'll use this. And I'll start by putting 1 poison,
That's a
which will
dodge.
kill this.
Here's your poison. That's a dodge.
What? No, that's a green.
What?
Oh, wait.
That's green.
Why is it? Yeah, but it's labeled dodge. That's weird.
It is weird.
That is interesting, yeah. Putting 1 poison and 1 chill on that.
Okay.
Then I will.
I mean,
Give
both these guys are just dying anyways, so
They are.
Yeah, 'cause even though this will gain
the
shield,
poison.
poison bypasses shields.
Yeah.
Well, this one's
I'll
at
go
13
ahead
health. It's not
and
gonna die. Right? The odd room at 13.
Is
he's
he?
3.
Wait, I feel like he should be lower.
In gamer, you can have a dodge and draw a card.
I think this forgot to get removed. The odd room should definitely be way lower. Hit
And
13 makes 0 sense.
I
'Cause
mean,
he just
I'll
took-
accept that because it would have taken 11 damage from poison so far. Because there was the 6th round. No, just did the 6th round, and
Right.
before that it was.
Man, and then I put 2 more poison out with my spiders. They're both just dead.
Yeah, they're both in bad shape.
Okay.
Yeah, unless
Yeah,
someone
and,
wants to like.
then I'll also give a dodge
No,
and draw a card to,
now that I think about
I
it, no, this
guess,
should be here
Will.
because this has 12.
Yeah.
So if it's at 12 and this one was at 20, there's no way it would have less.
Yeah, this would have 8.
This one
This has-
just took 8 damage though.
Oh, from
Right down to 12.
Jake.
Yeah, so it would have.
So
to be
this one should have taken at least 14
Okay,
damage so
So this
far.
one's, they're fine. They're fine now.
Honestly,
Medium-
yeah.
So yeah, we can basically just pass our turns and they die.
Yeah,
Great.
unless someone wants to heal or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll
I
we'll end
can-
up because this is just giving shields which don't matter, and this having us discard cards which doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm
Um,
gonna do this then.
Well, I gave you a card draw if you want to see what that is.
I thought you give it to Jake, but okay, I'll take it.
Did give it.
I gave one to both of you.
Oh, because you get 3 actions now. Right.
Yep.
Pick me up, which won't help me too much. Well, that depends. Yeah, it will. I will pick me up this. No, I won't. What am I talking about?
Oh my
Help
God.
me, guys. I've lost the.
I don't know what you're
lost-
doing.
He lost the track. He's gone.
I've lost the thread. All right. Battle of Wits and Pick Me Up are both going away. I'm playing Reward Effort, which means that all of us are gaining 4 health.
Ah,
Nice.
back to 4.
Okay.
Back to 4.
I passed my turn. There's no reason for me to do anything.
We can pass turn and then they die to poison. All right. I am probably gonna pause just because I know Will probably needs to go to bed.
Yep.
And we can always save this and maybe come back to it. But I do want to start to get Coyote
Happened to.
thoughts and Zero's thoughts on monsters being more dangerous, scary. I felt it. But...
I just deleted it.
They were at first, but let Coyote go first.
I think it's a lot of fun. It's I think it's actually a pretty good example of a cooperative game where you don't have one person telling everyone else what to do, which is often the issue in my mind of cooperative games.
Yeah.
That is often only solved by things being as complicated as Spirit Island or time limited as what is that one, like Space Force?
Right.
Space Alert.
Or Will and I played a game one time that had a physical 60-second timer, and it was a cooperative thing, and you could do as much as you could, but it only had 60 seconds to do everything. So you're just like, you do, and then I do this, and they do that. Yeah, that was.
And you had to swap back and forth, so it's not like one person who knew everything could just be there. And well, I'll just do these 6 things in a row, and then you can go because I'm out of actions.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think the one thing that I haven't gotten a grasp of yet is taking cards from these decks. Like
Mhm.
maybe it's familiarity, but I'm not sure like how different decks are better for me.
Yeah, that is a little bit of familiarity of like knowing what cards are in what and what you want your strategy to be. necessarily, because like you're like, oh, I'm doing poison, so there is poison obviously in charisma. There's also a little bit of ranged poison in intelligence. Intelligence will card draw stuff. So and the game
But part
is
of the
Yeah.
problem too is you might not get those cards.
right. That is part of the problem too, is that it is randomized. So um yeah, you're kind of like, okay, that's part of the balancing act of like, what do I want to do? You have to know what you want to do. You have to know what all of the decks hypothetically could do, and then also balance that with like how much health you're getting and how much of a glass cannon you want to be. It's like, which kind of also depends on your party composition. Like right now we do have a cleric, but if we didn't have a cleric and only had like a wizard, we might be like, hey, Bard, you can't go straight charisma. You're gonna have to kind of split between charisma and wisdom because you're also now our healer. Like, you know. or
We probably
maybe
would have died without a cleric this round.
we might have. I mean, that's the thing, is we wouldn't have died first round, and if we had not had a cleric and had not had a wizard, we would have had a guardian who would have been throwing shields around, so that would have been helped out, and they'd be pulling aggro, so that would have helped. And then
I
one
also
up,
could have just gone Soothing Song,
yeah,
and still run Charisma, because there's a lot of Soothing Song in that deck.
right. And I could have also, one of us, we could have, sat down and talked and been like, okay, we don't have an actual like dedicated healer. Like the bard's gonna be able to heal us a bit. One of us at least should probably go into wisdom like right off the bat to get some healing, and probably at least so that we can kind of start to multi-class and everybody can be. I mean, there was also a lot of time where I had a potion that I didn't need it. So it might have.
Oh, they're bosses?
Yes. So technically this we're kind of at the halfway point. We just hit round 5. Then you go all the way, you do 9 rounds and then a boss round. So yeah, there is a boss.
Nice. Oh, it has minions.
As minions, and it has a card that's specifically for it. Uh, You have to have killed at least one
Oh.
giant skeleton before you can start hitting the skeleton king, and then his 6 is he brings back the giant skeletons. So kind of have like 5 turns to kill one of these and do damage to him, and then he brings one back. Crap.
Yeah, no, I think this is great. I'm excited to see it keep getting developed. I think honestly, maybe it was our composition, or we just got like it still felt like we weren't ever in real danger.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, it's one of those. It's a really weird thing where it's all tuning how much danger we're in, and we were severely overtuned before, where like we would like lose the 3 health and then the 3. I know, like I was just at 11 health, just got healed up to 14, and then got healed again. So I was at like basically half health, which I
You
mean
were
is
at
not.
5 in round 1 as well.
And yeah, and in round 1 I was in 5. So like I was in danger, and we it it took concerted effort of our healer to save. But yeah, that is something that we
Yeah,
are still kind of tweaking. And it might just be, damage numbers on a couple of the cards need to just keep going up there. I mean, there were definitely some times where that's a really strong card. Holy shit, it's about to do 7 damage to us. It just so happened that we had a dodge.
Yeah, I mean, I will say we were never really in a ton of danger because there was a cleric and some healing out there. If there weren't I mean, yes, you were right that having a guardian in place would have been good, but it probably wouldn't have mitigated. I mean, it probably wouldn't have done the same amount of damage prevention.
Mm,
And there are going to be plenty of examples where you don't
Be
have a
back in a
cleric
second.
or guardian.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
also,
imagine there's 2 or 3. You're playing a 3-player game. That
yeah,
could be even rougher. The 2-player game could be rougher.
right. And
Um,
and
you
things also do continue to get even. They get bigger and bigger. So
all right.
And
Yeah,
you
no,
also were not in danger because all of these damages were eliminated in this round.
That is true. The Roaring Cave did a lot of work there.
That's
Like,
true.
That is very, very.
we would have taken probably each of us would have taken 10 damage or to 15 damage across this entire round that was negated by
Not each
the
of us,
Roaring Cave.
because it wasn't all.
Fine, yeah, because there's just some where this one's has one all player, and this one we hadn't gotten to its all players.
Well, that was good.
Yeah,
That was a good test.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think the card burn is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm almost tempted to be like on your side of like either don't have it or make it a little bit more controllable.
Yeah, because one of the design goals I had was not having a whole bunch of downtime rounds where you're okay. Now that we're in between rounds, I get to remove 2 cards from my deck. So let me take my whole deck and spread it out and find the 2 cards that I don't like and remove them. And so
I'm back.
the hope was that keeping burn to like only hand kept it so it's like okay, I'm looking at my hand. I'm gonna burn 2 cards from this, get rid of these, and then there's no fiddly time in between rounds where you're messing with your deck, but you are still able to give your deck a little
On average, you're choosing 2 cards out of 4.
right.
Because it's less in the first half and the third and more in the last third. But then if you have a 5 card hand, you have a card that does the burn and you get rid of 2.
Right.
So you're only looking at 4 cards.
Right.
Yeah, no, I like a lot. I guess the one other thing would be have you considered drawing less cards when you level up?
Drawing less cards.
Yeah, maybe like 3. Because it felt a little bit like when I was leveling up, I was just grabbing charisma. And maybe this is something as you like. I didn't feel like my deck was getting better so much as I felt like I was just getting more copies of cards I already had.
Right, which is what was
That's because
happening
there's only like
right, which was what was happening before, and it was you were always getting 4 cards, and they were always the same 4. Now we've changed it where there's 6 hypothetical cards that you could get, and it's randomized, and they have kind of like a slight rarity curve to them.
Hmm.
And we just have been we kept with the draw 4 cards because that's what we had been doing up until this point. But we could certainly try only drawing 3 and having it be the growth of your deck being slightly slower, which does mean you're also more likely to draw your character cards, which tend to be stronger. So that might
I would say a change in the draw is going to have massive impacts across every single class because it makes additional actions much higher cost because now you're not drawing back up. You do 1 turn with additional actions with like 3
no.
cards in
He
hand.
doesn't mean
Oh,
cards
you mean only
drawing into your hand.
3?
Drawing
no, he
cards.
means drafting. He means
Yeah,
drafting.
drafting 3 cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
When you pick a
I think
stack,
like if
taking.
drafting 3 cards and honestly just keep adding more cards in, I think as you develop, because
Mhm,
I see the one thing is like this is a really fun game.
mhm.
Um, that I would love to play like 20 times. And I'm trying to think like how do I get it to a game where I want to play it like 50 times?
Right. I mean, the idea behind wanting to play it 50 times is that um this is kind of overarching, if this does well, what we can do in the future is that there would be like a dungeon pack that you could buy that, is like, okay, you buy this game for whatever, $60 or $55, whatever it ends up being. And then for $20, you can buy a whole new dungeon. It comes with, 12 new rooms. It comes with, 30 new monsters and a new boss. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's like a fire dungeon. It's all fire based baddies. Okay, we can go and just play against this fire dungeon and try and beat the fire dungeon. And then once we beat the fire dungeon, we can shuffle all of that into our existing one, and now it's even more random. And then, oh, maybe going, oh, let's do some anti-heroes. Instead of, a fighter and a bard and a ranger, it's an assassin and a necromancer and a whatever. So, have some
Yeah.
anti-heroes. So that's kind of more the strategy for getting it from the 20 to the 50 play time. It's going, hey, now that we have this system that we pretty confident is works and is fun, we can start adding things in kind of like more pack based a little bit, kind of like Arkham Horror, where you're like, it's only an extra like $15, and then we get like a whole new dungeon. And that's
Yeah.
one of the things that I love Arkham Horror, the card game rather. But the kind of crappy part is you buy a new scenario and you're like, all right, I played the scenario once, now I'm done.
Oh, is Arkham Horror good? I have an unopened copy somewhere in my house.
The card game or Arkham Horror in general,
Yeah,
it is good.
the card game. I was on like a game trade one time and I put the old one, like the giant one that would cover like a full table on my list. And I got the card game and I was like, this isn't what
I think
this sounds like a waste of my entire life.
me and my fiance have played like the base version that comes with like the 2 characters or whatever and like the base scenario. We played it, it was fine, and then we realized you needed to fork over like $40 every time you wanted to play it after that, so we decided to just never play it again.
Yeah, it's not necessarily that bad. And they have started to do like they'll do a campaign every time they release a new section of the campaign. I think they're usually like $50. And it's usually like
It's only
maybe it's only 11. And it's usually like I would say each of the scenarios that you do, they're usually like 2-ish hours. So, if you think of like, okay, I'm going to do this with my friends. I got 3 friends, kind of like equivalent to going kind of thing. It's not horrible. It's just when you then start to go, okay, now we have to do 8 of these, play through the whole. And, well, we should buy some more. And then you start actually counting up. Oh, I've spent like dollars on it's
Honestly, I'm thinking about it, that's not actually that bad. It's like you can make plans to hang out with 4 friends, and one person buys the cards this time, one person buys the pizzas, one person buys the beers, and one person,
right,
hosts. Suddenly, like no one's paying more than like $15-20
right.
to hang out,
And in the grand
and now
scheme of
you're all
things,
having a
they
great
have
time.
also now like done something where like, okay, now once they go through the whole story, you can just buy all 8 together and it's cheaper. So it's fun.
Yeah,
Also,
no, I
also
like
I've
it, and
managed
it's
to
as
avoid.
you said, like there's a lot of space to expand it.
And my point being that, sorry, that I wanted to have, the price point for the expansion for this might be a little higher instead of 5, but it's like, okay, it's an all new roguelike dungeon. You can play through many times as you like. That it's gonna not just like a straight story. It's okay, we're doing this randomized thing, and I'm gonna play as the cleric, and you're gonna play. Oh, you know what? Next time I'm gonna play as the wizard, and the enemies that we go up against and the rooms that we go up against are gonna be different each time, and then we can take that whole dungeon and fold it in all of our other cards. That again, that's the hope for making. I'm just
No, that makes sense. I mean, and I wouldn't worry about that
yeah. That's
so
also
much. And
like
people spend $20 on, I don't know, like 2 packs of magic cards and then basically throw them all away because they weren't the right ones. So
right. So, and that's also like if we can get this base game to work, that's our strategy then. So let's focus on this right now is our focus. This good and extra
well, the base game does work. You're just
So that,
balancing it now.
right. It's all just
Like the mechanics are functional.
mhm,
You just need to add in a little, you just need to get it balanced and figure out the right level of tension and whatnot.
right, right. Which is
What feels diverse and fun and creates puzzles for people. But all in all, you have a really solid game that plays well and kept me entertained. I was sad when you're like, all right, we're done. I was like, damn it.
hey,
I
I
was
can
so
I
close to
can
leveling up again.
I can save state it. We can come back in a week or two and get all 4 of us, and we can play the second half. We have a lot of playtesting for the first half because the first half, we're always like trying to play some new people and we're learning some stuff, teaching some stuff, and we change stuff, and then we get through like 5 rounds and 10:30, and we're like, Okay, we probably need to go to bed because work night. But yeah.
I'd be down to run the second half sometime, see what it looks like. I'm curious, like there's a whole another level of monsters and boss, like
I'm
because
only playing the
this
second
looks
half.
like the sort of thing that might actually beat us into the ground.
Yes. That is the hope.
I've only played the second half once, and it was before they had adjusted any of the difficulty. So the round 1 was kind of medium difficulty, and then rounds 2 through 10 were easy curb stomp for the heroes.
I mean that they're getting much bigger. I mean the do a little bit of damage for this frost dragon is deal 5 physical damage. That's the little bit.
And you can't ever lash it back.
Yeah, it is impossible to.
And it's impossible to
mean-
lash back the Blight Knight or physically attack it without taking poison damage.
Yes.
For the
Same
large
thing with
guys,
the-
yeah.
Yeah, the large
Same
guys.
thing with
Yeah.
the boss. The
That- I
boss,
mean-
you can never deal lashback damage to them. Period.
I mean, we do also start doing like damage. Our tools get very powerful. I'm not gonna say that it's entirely physically, but we do need to do
Oh.
testing of. We haven't done as much as we should.
Yeah, I'm happy to run that.
Awesome, Hero. Did you have any other thoughts? Other bad cards are bad.
Nah, I mean that's about it. I think it's been a while since I've played Ranger, but I think I still have the exact same issue before, which is that I want to play with my companions more, but
Mm.
they're super hard to get out.
Yeah, and it's this like
So-
really weird thing where like the mechanic that we came up for companions, it just like really.
So I'm
having
actually
you-
gonna fight you on that. I don't think it's that strong at all. Not when I'm sitting next to the bard who takes about 5 actions a turn.
Mhm. I'm just like a comparison. There's a card of
Right. So
like
yeah. So this is just better than any of my creatures.
no, I know, but if we're saying even like let's say the end round where you've gotten 2, you're dealing 9 damage. Let's say you put out both of these. You're doing 9 damage this turn.
Okay. Oh, so hold on. We're talking late game. Okay.
Let's talk late game. You've put out 2 of these with 1 card. I've played this. You've done 9 damage. Let's say.
No,
you do
you're gonna
everything.
be dealing like somewhere between like 12
Well,
and 16.
no, I'm saying
damage.
yeah. I'm doing 4 to all of the enemies. That's like 16. Great. Awesome.
Right.
Now the next round comes. I play any random card of mine that maybe doesn't have an addition. You know, I do quite a bit of damage.
You still deal more damage than both my creatures combined.
I know, but then you get to play another card. Like you're doing this 9 damage is just base now. You just do a base of 9 damage every single turn, plus whatever.
I don't. I also think it's like but that's the thing though. It's like let's say we're on like round 9,
Mhm.
and I just don't get a companion card.
Mhm.
That scenario does not exist.
No, I know that. What I'm trying to point out is they're just crazy. If you do get them, stay out. They're very strong because it's passive damage that's happening. And then on top
Well,
of
sure,
that,
if
you
I
to
get
play
them
your
and they stay out, but it's like that's a lot of ifs
Mhm.
for these
right, and you do
exact cards.
you do once Act 3 starts. And
I mean that I like.
I wanted to build up to that to finally being like, hey, these companions are pretty cool. And that's also why we added the ability to get companions to the second card. So, and it's a second card from character deck. So we effectively doubled.
I don't know about it. Okay.
But I hear and want to solve this problem for you because I also like to play Ranger and I also like having companions. So this is something that I have seen. I agree with you that it is weird, and I'm trying to fix it. Let me put it that way.
Right. Now, obviously, the other thing with the Rangers, he just deals the range damage, which is nice, obviously. If it sucked on that last round, we're in the stupid cave that made it so I couldn't play the round, but
Mhm. Yeah, and I mean that's kind of the point of some of the rooms kind of do that, where it's just like, oh, all of the damage is extra on physical, and you're like, oh crap, we're gonna get stomped, but we're also gonna stomp. Maybe this will go really fast and it'll be fine, or they're meant to add a little bit of that variety. Where, oh crap, we've been relying on our ranger to do all of the damage, um, but now they can't do shit for damage. What are we gonna do?
I don't I don't know if I see a scenario in which you're relying on the ranger to deal
I don't
all the
either.
damage, but
I do also think at some point we talked about Roaring Cave, I think the last time we played, and noted that it should probably be all range damages by one, and we just never changed it.
Awesome. I have a wild idea that I
Mhm.
mean, like, I don't know that it would work, but what if every single ranger card, not the dex cards, every single ranger card
Mhm.
said, or summon a companion. Every single card you could summon a companion, and maybe in Act 3 or summon 2 companions. So we just change the summon companion card to something different. But then
Mhm.
every single ranger card is you can either do its effect or summon a companion. Maybe that fixes everything. Maybe it doesn't. We have to test that. Maybe it balances, maybe it doesn't. But like, what if that's the solution and it fixes everything?
I would be down
Why
to
wouldn't
try
you
I
that.
just
don't
build that into every faction or
Hmm?
like
No,
every
Ranger
character?
Ranger Special it
Have
has
every
companions.
character have
Ranger
one
Special it has
thing that it could
companions. Nothing else
always
does.
spend a special. You could always spend a card to do that.
Sure, maybe everything has an um,
Yeah, I mean
well,
that could end up going on the like
or that could
player.
be an ability.
I
Yeah, it could be
so
like a
I was
player
gonna say
built ability.
I think what Kyle is saying is more like the ability, whereas it's instead of all the ranger cards saying
Yeah,
or summon a companion, it's just the ranger can when he plays a ranger card, instead of taking the written effect, summon a companion.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was saying. And then you
And
could
then
give those to others.
and then in that case,
An
like Bard
ability.
would also have something similar. Like when they play a Bard card, they can sing a song. I don't know.
right. That
I
might
mean,
be
Cleric
something.
has one like that. It's whenever they take an additional action, they can instead heal self or ally for 5. Now, that's a specific type of ability, not any card, and it's a level 3. But
Right, but
we we
we could
tested
look
that a
through
little.
and talk about abilities, and that might be something that we could try, because we're gonna be going to Gen Con. But we want to print out cards before we go to Gen Con
Yeah,
at the end of July. So probably by like mid June, we have to like be in a firm spot where we're confident to take this to Gen Con and show people.
yeah.
Um,
I I mean,
but
I don't think it's that unobvious to you or Will that the type of game I want to play is from the type of game that you guys want to make.
mm,
So
no, no, no.
take what I say with a grain of salt.
No,
But
I understand that, but also I also understand that you have I trust your design sense in that like I don't at all disagree with you that opinions are still wonky. And we've been slowly like messing with them though, like maybe if they're just stronger but rarer, that's fine, or maybe they're not stronger but they're a little more common, but they're not super crazy, but they do ramp or they don't ramp, and it's like that
I
was
think
the other option was like have Potion of Mists be like always summons one companion, and have the summon companion card be 1, 2, 3. Then you're like massively increasing the amount of companions you can do, but then find like a middle ground here, and the companions don't ramp as they get as you get stronger, they don't get stronger. You just get more of them. Which was another option that we had. So it's like, okay, the wolf always is do 4 damage, has 5 and 18. It's always this middle. Um, and it's like maybe that's fine too. Is that you're just changing the number of this wolf doesn't need to get stronger. We just were like, hey, ramping is fun. Let's ramp everything. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think the last question I have is I didn't have it this game, so is range damage just physical damage that you don't take lashback from?
Yes, that is the differentiation. Is that it tends to be less by about 1 to 2 per card damage that you're doing, but you don't need to worry about lashback.
Nice.
So you can be a little more glass cannony, and you can go up against the giant dragon that's, everyone else is like, well, if I hit it, I'm gonna take 6 damage, and you're like, don't worry about it. I can shoot it with my arrow.
That's just so you know. That's not a glass cannon. That's the opposite of a glass cannon.
Oh, I mean, yeah, right. That's not a glass cannon at all. But you can. Sorry, you can go.
It's a Led Zeppelin.
You don't need to chunk into your own health to absorb lashback, so you can focus on damage dealing attacks,
Which is lower damage.
which is slightly lower
All
damage,
right.
but also you don't need.
Well, that's cool. I'm gonna see some more. I could see how a combination of bard and wizard would be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wizard is kooky crazy. They like discard cards from their hand to do damage and sift through their entire deck and then deal damage based off of that. They have some real wonky. It's a lot of them like sitting around for 2 or 3 cards, for 2 or 3 turns doing nothing, and you're like, why aren't you doing anything? And then they're like, and then I do 20 damage, and you're like, oh, okay, that's why you weren't doing anything.
Nice.
By the way, did you save before we started moving all the cards around?
No, but it's okay. You can save here.
I've put all the cards I looked at back. I was mostly just looking at all the different character decks to try to get a sense of who they were.
And it's all close. I didn't really. I'm mostly grabbing anything.
Right.
Well, awesome, great. That was a good test.
Yeah.
That was great thoughts. There's definitely some. Next week I have a lot of.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, everybody have a good night. Thank you everybody for watching. And until next time.